Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the November 6th meeting of the Glenn County Board of Commissioners. I've got to find two people. I didn't do it. Invocation? Yep. Pledge? Sure. Commissioner Sweat's going to do the invocation, and Commissioner Neal is going to do the pledge. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little star-headed tonight. Would you please stand?
Same little laps last time.
Please bow your head. Dear Heavenly Father, we gather together and we pray that you would give us a heart of a servant and help us to know that in every problem there's an opportunity. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Join me in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
I want to take a moment to, I guess, a point of privilege. We lost Matthew Permar today. He was a close friend, and he did, the Islander paper. So if we could have a moment of silence for Matthew. Thank you. Commissioners, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda, general business consent agenda. And we don't have finance tonight.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda for general business. With the exception of any item the Commissioner wishes for.
Anybody want to pull anything? Okay. I have a first by Commissioner Neal, second by Commissioner Duncan. All in favor? Thank you. I want to take a moment to, the ladies with the Casino Garden Club would like to have a picture made. So Commissioner Duncan and I guess myself, Commissioner Clark, would just walk down here with the ladies.
And Chairman Rafalski, while you're getting set up for the picture, let us mention too that Commissioner Booker is not with us tonight. He had a procedure done yesterday, so he's not able to be with us today. Wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah, I could photobomb this one.
All right, we've got a public hearing for an alcoholic beverage license. Public hearings will be limited to 30 minutes for each opposing side, with 5 minutes allocated to each individual speaker. Comments are to be limited to relevant information regarding your position and should avoid being repetitious. If your group has a spokesperson, please allow that individual to present your group's position in the time allocated. Your cooperation in this process will be greatly appreciated. All right, number 12 is consider the issuance of a 2025 beverage license to Sheev T 1995 Incorporated, doing business as Marathon, located at 5055 New Jessup Highway, Brunswick, 31520. The license is to sell beer and wine at a convenience store, not for consumption on premises. Sunday sales permitted. N. Patel, licensee. Chief Ebner.
Good evening, Commissioners. Mr. Patel? All right, the applicant is here. We did conduct a background investigation on the applicant, and there was no derogatory information that was identified during the background, which would preclude you from approving him if you so desire.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to open the public hearing. Anyone who wishes to speak against this application, would you please come forward and state your name? Seeing none, I'll close that portion. Anyone that wants to speak in favor of this application, would you please come forward and state your name? Seeing none, we'll close that. Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I think this is, it's right about where District 4 runs into another district. I'll go ahead and make the motion. I make a motion to issue a 2025 alcoholic beverage license to Sheev Shakti 1995 Inc., DBA Marathon, located at 5055 New Jessup Highway, Brunswick, Georgia 31520. The license is to sell beer and wine at a convenience store, not for consumption on premises. Sunday sales permitted.
Second.
Okay, been properly motioned and second. All in favor? Thank you. All right, moving to number 13, public hearing abandonment. AB 25-10, consider the abandonment of unimproved areas on the southwest boundary of parcel number 04-03078, 4213 11th Street, St. Simons Island. Guy A. Landers Jr. applicant. Mr. Hartman.
Good evening, Commissioners. Jason Hartman, Engineering Director for Glenn County. So the past history on this is abandonment 2510, 4213 11th Street. The past history on this is that the section of the easement has been used as it currently is for several years. There is no evidence of either parcel of the alley being used by the public. Potential uses in the future would be that the public will continue to benefit from the ability to use the alleyway for access and/or utilities. Benefit to the public in continuing usage would be that the public may benefit from the ability to use the abandonment parcel 1 and parcel 2 of the alley for access to adjacent parcels for and/or utilities. The benefit to the public in this abandonment would be that it would be returned to the public tax digest. Our staff has reviewed this application. As you see highlighted here on the map, the area in the light blue is the lot in question. The abandonment would be on the southwest portion of that lot. Here's a zoomed in version of the property. The area that's asked to be abandoned tonight is what's in red. It's a 10-foot wide easement. As you can see, this accessory building that is on the property, the decking that is encroaching into the alleyway now. As part of my final recommendation or motion, I'm asking that decking can be removed because when if the abandonment is approved, it would meet the current setback if that decking is removed. The owner has agreed to remove that decking based on this abandonment being approved or denied. This is an east direction view, looking east in the abandoned area or potential abandoned area. This is a western directional view of the area. We had a couple comments from utilities. Georgia Power would like to maintain an easement over the entire abandoned area, as well as our Glenn County Public Works for Drainage would like to have an easement over the entire area. We did not receive any public comments on this abandonment during the comment period. And this is a list of your potential motions. The recommended motion is highlighted in red. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have on this abandonment.
Commissioners, I don't have anybody. Questions?
I don't have any questions. I'll just offer a comment, Chairman, is I've visited the site with representatives of the applicant and familiar with it, and I see no issue in supporting it as presented by Mr. Hartman.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, nobody else? All right, I'm going to open a public hearing. Anybody who wants to speak against this abandonment, would you please come forward and state your name? Seeing none, we'll close that portion. Anybody that wishes to speak in favor of this abandonment, will you please come forward and state your name? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to offer the motion. I'll move to approve AB 2510 with the following conditions. Glenn County Public Works to retain a drainage easement along the entire abandonment area. Georgia Power to be granted an easement along the entire abandonment area. And the accessory building shall be modified to be within the required setback.
Second.
Properly motioned and second. All in favor? Thank you. All right, next one's public hearing land use, ZV-25-39, 5574 Altam Avenue, sign variance. Consider a request for a variance from section 809D 1I to reduce the distance requirement of billboards from residential property lines at 5574 Altam Avenue, parcel number 03-02142. The site is zoned highway commercial. Peyton Carter, Lamar Signs applicant, Jane Thatcher, BS Brunswick Investment Properties, LLC owner. Mr. Carey?
Good evening, Christopher Carey, Senior Planner. Before you tonight, we have a application for variance request located at 5574 Altama Avenue. The specific request is again to reduce the required setback. The current requirement is 300 feet of a billboard from a residential property line, and the request is to reduce that to 100 feet for placement of a billboard. The specific hardship is that the adjacent property is used as office use, and it creates a hardship on them and their business. Here's the site. So as you see, the exterior circle is the required 300-foot buffer approximately, and right here is the 100-foot requested buffer. And here's your survey with the placement of the billboard and some elevations of the proposed billboard. And here is your site where the proposed would be located.
Is this going to be illuminated, lit?
No, the proposed is not well, it's not an LED board. It does show potential, but I'll let the applicant explain that portion.
Residents around it. This is the old school.
So it's not a lit billboard?
I'm not sure if it's fully lit or not. I'll let the applicant.
Yeah, we'll let them say.
Okay.
All right, any questions for Mr. Carey?
I'll let that, you said the applicant?
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Would the applicant come forward? I'm going to open the public hearing to speak in favor, so.
How y'all I do it, I'm Peyton Carter. So it is not, it's gonna have lights, but it's not gonna be an illuminated digital board, just a regular static board.
A regular what?
It's a static board with
Okay.
light, just, it's not gonna be a full digital board.
It's not floodlights shining up on it, just so.
They're gonna have lights that, yes, they're illuminated, but it's not gonna be a digital board. So like, if you drive at nighttime, we have illuminated boards.
Yes.
Yes, it will, yes.
Because it's eliminated board, but it's also gonna have floodlights
Just
shining on it as well?
shining back on it at nighttime, yes.
Okay.
But it's not an LED.
It's not-
Yes.
Yeah.
okay. And has anyone did any study on light intrusion for the neighboring residents in that area, or is that not a factor?
No, I mean,
Where I'm looking at it, it looks like it's in an open field across from the Glenn County Board of Education Administrative Office.
yes, and we used to have a board literally like 100 feet down where that ditch is. And when the dealership came in, they're asking us to move it, so that's why we're moving it to the corner of their property.
I see, okay.
So what is the hardship that would be for your business if we did not approve your request?
Well, I mean, the hardship would be losing business for us. We already had to tear down a structure, and we're rebuilding another one. And when we were technically denied it, it was because that used to be a school. It's obviously residential, and so they denied it because they said it was still registered for a school. So we've already lost a structure. We're just trying to rebuild one in the same little area.
So there is a senior center that is back behind there? Not, it's an open field, but one of the first things you get, there's a drainage ditch back there. And then the next thing on the other side of the drainage ditch is,
Beverly Shores is better.
yeah, no, that's where Buckingham is. That's where Buckingham is. Not really. Are you aware there's a senior center back
I
there?
was not.
Okay.
Crossing is way on. It's there.
This is where they're building the car dealership.
Could we have the site plan back up, please? That one, thank you.
Beverly Shores right there.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, my question is if this sign, if put up and as with lights shining on it, can it be transitioned to digital later on?
Like an LED?
No, we're not planning on doing that. We have a digital down the road.
Okay. But could this one be transitioned to a digital possibly?
There's always a possibility, but, I mean, we have no even thoughts of even
Right now,
adding digital right there.
Their intentions, okay. Thank
Because
you.
like I said, we literally have one right down the road.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Is the sign gonna be illuminating on both sides of the billboard, or just
Yes.
one?
On both sides of it.
Okay. So it's gonna run perpendicular to the road, not parallel with the road?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I have a question for Mr. Carey. Yes. So as you go down Alabama Avenue, are there other billboards of this nature that are that close?
To residential properties?
Yes.
No.
But
But to be clear, for residential zone properties, they would have to also be, they could also be buffered, and this one is not buffered against, so it's a clear view.
Okay.
But the violation, as it currently exists, is across Altama at the school site, and the school site is zoned R12, when perhaps that shouldn't be the proper zoning for an office building to start with.
Correct.
And Beverly Shores was more than 600 feet away, so the 300-foot requirement, it would meet that for any of the surrounding buildings.
Correct. So
And were it not for the school having an R12 zoning, this wouldn't even be coming before us,
that
correct?
is correct.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You move the next slide.
And what's the height of this sign?
total 38.
How much? 36 feet? At the top?
Well, no, it's overall it's 38.
Okay, oh, I see it.
Yeah, so the width of it would be 36.
And the one you had to take down was about the same height?
It was similar, it was similar in size, but it looked different because we had two smaller ones on each side. It wasn't a full size on both.
This one's bigger. Okay, thank you. Anybody else want to come up and speak in favor? Seeing none, I'm going to close that portion. How about anyone that is against this? Okay, seeing none, we'll close that. Commissioners, send it back to you.
Mr. Carey, could you put the one with the circles up again? So it's here for a variance because, I just want to be clear, what Vice Chairman Neal said, because of the Board of Education across the street?
That is correct. The property is zoned R12 and, correct.
So it's not because of the closeness of residential property? That's not the issue?
Well, yes, so the school board is on residential zone property. So the property that the school is located on is R12.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But no residences, no subdivisions. School board doesn't have any intention of building houses there.
Correct. And when I spoke with the school system about this, they had no issue with it.
All right.
And if I
Mr.
could-
Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
I was going to say, this is a commercial corridor, Altown Avenue, and that is probably the epicenter of most of the commercial businesses that are on that portion of Altown Avenue.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Sam.
That's finished my statement.
So as a District 4 Commissioner, I'd like to make the motion to approve the request for a variance from Section 809D1I to reduce the distance requirement of billboards from residential property lines at 5574 Alabama Avenue, parcel 0302142.
Second.
Properly motioned and seconded. All in favor? Thank you, sir. All right, number 15, general business. Consider adopting a resolution recognizing and supporting the Glenn Amateur Radio Association, GARA, and its partnership with Glenn County Emergency Management for disaster response and public safety communications. Is Mr. Leanza here?
Oh, look at there, no brace,
Hey, he's supposed to have it on.
no arm sling tonight.
Good evening. So, you can see who I brought with me here tonight. Got a whole group of folks that they should be no strangers to you all. You've seen them in our EOC. They've been a partner with us for a long time. We have an agreement with them to support our emergency operations. They've been with us since before I got here, and they'll be here long after I leave. This is a wonderful group that I'd like to bring up this resolution to you all tonight. So GARAS is the club, the Glenn Amateur Radio Association. They're the ones that operate when all the systems fail. These folks have always been here. Every shelter, every hospital activation, partnership. They talked to the state when when our phone system went down. I mean, this was the people that were able to call the State Operations Center when we were getting the satellite going. It's a wonderful group, and I'd just like to bring this item to your agenda tonight for y'all to consider.
Well, thank you, sir. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Leanza? First of all, I would like to thank you for what you do. I have been in the EOC during storm events. And I do appreciate it more than you know. I think the entire commission feels that way. Anyone else? Do we need a motion on this area? All right, commissioners, I will entertain a motion.
I'll offer the motion. I'll move to adopt the resolution as presented to us for the Glenn Amateur Radio Association.
Second.
Properly motioned and second, gentlemen, show of hands. Thank you. And again, thank you for what you do. I think we need to stand up and clap for it. How about one of these? Let's stand up and clap.
We do appreciate it.
All righty. Number 16 is consider approval of an agreement between Glenn County and the Communities of Coastal Georgia Foundation Incorporated to establish a designated fund to support future improvements in the Ahmaud Arbery Park. This was Commissioner Booker's sponsor. I think the attorney, Mr. Aaron, is going to take care of it. Commissioner Booker had to have a little procedure done.
I will, Commissioners. So this is a services agreement with the foundation in which they'll act as a, basically a fiscal agent to raise private funds, with the goal being to raise $350,000 of private funding to go towards improvements and maintenance of the park. This also is in conjunction with Commissioner Booker's capital allocation. And as part of this, the foundation has a $25,000 minimum. So the county will contribute $25,000, which is it'll come back to the county, but it's seed money. So they'll handle all the back of the house, things on the regulations and making sure the donations are received and accounted for. And at really at any point when that goal is achieved or any point before that, the county can go ahead and call on the funds to be contributed towards the county. And then once that happens, then the county will perform those improvements. And that'll be another set of approvals, but we'll perform the improvements on the park using those funds. The $25,000, as I understand it, is part of what Commissioner Booker has remaining of $125,000, I believe. So that'll be part of the additional money that'll come before y'all when those improvements have been put out for bid and everything that goes into that process. And this is just the first step in that to raise money, but private money. And again, there's a fiscal agent, and this is the agreement that does that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any questions, gentlemen?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement between Glenn County and the Communities of Coastal Georgia Foundation, Inc. to establish a designated fund to support future improvements at the Ahmaud Arbery Park.
Second.
Properly motioned and second. By a show of hands, all in favor? Thank you. We have no public comment. Do we have need for executive session, Mr. Attorney?
We do, Mr. Chairman. We have personnel, pending, and potential litigation to discuss.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to go into executive session for issues of personnel, land, and
litigation.
and litigation. There you go.
Okay, properly motioned and second for executive session. All in favor? We're in recess.
Motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
Second.
All right, motion to come out. Properly motioned in second. All in favor?
Who's got the minutes? You got the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion to offer regarding our minutes from an executive session. I'll move that the Board of Commissioners approve the executive session minutes from the October 16th, 2025 executive session.
Second.
All right. Properly motioned in second. All in favor? I can't write as fast as y'all move.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the county attorney's recommendation regarding pending litigation.
Second.
Properly motioned in second. All in favor?
And, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion to adjourn. Properly motioned in second. All in favor? We're adjourned.